Good evening and welcome to Eagle Eye News. I'm Melissa Mitchell.
And I'm Matt Stanley. Tensions continue to rise a week after Donald Trump's victory in the presidential election. Trump won the election with 306 electoral votes to Secretary Clinton's 234. This election in all has just been a roller coaster, ups and downs all the way through, scandals on both sides, and it's just been, I'm actually kind of glad it's over.
Yes, I mean, me too. Honestly, I think the controversy and all the protesting that's going on right now has really sparked just between, it was so split, you know? I mean, I think neither party really knew what was going to happen. Nobody was completely sure of how it was all going to go. And so I think with Hillary Clinton winning the popular vote and then Donald Trump winning the Electoral College, that's just what is really making emotions run high.
Absolutely. And you know, this is only the fourth time in U.S. history where the popular vote has actually beat out the Electoral College.
Is it really?
Yes. So that's thrown a lot of people up in the air again, calling that back into issue of whether or not we should keep that. So it's going to continue to escalate as we continue. So.
Yes, well, hopefully that will, you know, all the controversy will die down soon.
Absolutely.
Thousands of people have taken to the streets in protest over the new presidency. Eagle Eye's Jonathan Thomas has more.
Eagle Eye is projecting that Donald Trump is the new president-elect of the United States.
Early Wednesday morning, Eagle Eye was the first to announce that Donald Trump would become our 45th president. Many individuals across the country, however, rejected the result and took to the streets to protest.
Well, the protests weren't unexpected. I mean, he won based on the electoral vote instead of the popular vote. That should tell you something right there. And it is their right to protest, so it's something I expected and something I think is a good thing.
The protests that began in Oakland, California quickly spread throughout the country with demonstrations in Chicago, Atlanta, and New York City.
No, I think the American people care. I think they care what happens to their country. I mean, I care. I love my country. I respect that he won. I respect that he's going to be our president. I can disagree with him, but I just care as long as my country stays being as great as it's been in the past.
Despite President Obama and Hillary Clinton urging the nation to unite as Donald Trump takes office, the protests continue throughout the country with little sign of slowing down. In Auburn, Jonathan Thomas, Eagle Eye TV.
6 nights after the election, protests continue to fill the streets in several major cities across the country.
Meanwhile, on Auburn's campus, the first petition was the evening outside of the Student Center. Many students have conflicting opinions and strong emotions in the wake of the election. Eagle Eye reporter Meredith Brito has more.
Early Wednesday morning, Eagle Eye TV announced that Donald Trump would become the 45th president of the United States. Auburn students, like many Americans, had mixed feelings about the results from the election.
Yeah, it was definitely a surprise. I didn't really know who I wanted to win because I don't really like either, but I definitely I thought it was going to be a Hillary thing, and so I was pleasantly surprised when Trump came through at the end.
I was surprised. However, I am a Cuban American, and as I supported Trump, I can see how other Hispanics supported Trump as well and how he will fix the immigration problem.
Now that Donald Trump will be in the White House, a lot of students are curious as to what he will do during his time in office.
I hope that he can bring America together and follow through with his promises.
Create more jobs and do better for military families.
I have a military family, so I'm big on protecting our veterans and stuff like that. So that's something I'm really passionate about. So I definitely hope that he takes better care of our veterans.
Just make America better.
Reporting for Eagle Eye TV, I am Meredith Brito.
Donald Trump will be sworn in as the 45th president of the United States on January 20th.
On Sunday, EMS personnel and members of the Auburn Police Department responded to a call on Opelika Road and came to find an unresponsive Hispanic male with injuries consistent with being hit by a vehicle. A vehicle has not been found, the victim's identity is unknown, and he did not survive the accident. If anybody has any information regarding the identity of the victim that was hit, or a suspect that could have caused this, please contact detectives at 334-501-3141. Eagle Eye wants to encourage all viewers to be cautious when crossing the road and to only cross at crosswalks.
A proposed event center is set to be built in downtown Auburn next to Pieology, replacing the parking lot behind the pizzeria. The Auburn Planning Commission has approved the 3-level event center and lounge, with the bottom floor becoming the new location for the Coyotes Bar and Grill. With the top floor becoming an event center downtown, concerns over parking have raised awareness and will be discussed in the City Council meeting on December 6th. Coming up, Jonathan Thomas gives us the scoop on this week's holiday events and how you can get involved. You're watching Eagle Eye TV on Channel 6.
This is a place where it only takes a second to imagine your future. Grasp a new concept in class. Inspire a child's curiosity. Discover a real-world solution. Seize an unexpected opportunity.
There goes Davis!
This is where you gain the preparation, confidence, and determination to succeed. This is Auburn.
Hey guys, I'm Jonathan Thomas, and this is Eagle Eye Entertainment. This Thursday, University Programs Council is helping you get into the holiday spirit in a very unique way. Beginning at 6, UPC will host a wood-burning ornament workshop. Students will be guided in designing their own ornaments and will be able to take them home after the event. The event will be in Student Center, room 2222. Now, do you have what it takes? Later this month, it's your time for folks to show their talent here on the Plains. Auburn's Got Talent will be held in Langdon Hall on November 30th. Ticket sales from the event talent show will benefit the Macon County Humane Society. Tickets will be $3 ahead of time or $5 at the door. If you're interested in auditioning, email auburns.gottalent@gmail.com. The Jules Collins Smith Museum is hosting a little art talk this Wednesday at noon. This 30-minute event gives the public a chance to interact with artists featured in the museum, as well as students from Auburn's art history class. The museum says this is a great way to carry art-driven conversations into lunch by stopping at their cafe afterward. The reoccurring event will happen again next Wednesday and will focus on a different work of art. Auburn University's Fellowship of Christian Athletes hosted their 6th annual Ignite Auburn event last Wednesday. Passion City Church Louis Giglio, Christian rapper Trip Lee, and the Passion City Church Band put on the event in hoping to ignite a flame on Auburn's campus. Giglio spoke about his journey to find God and said it is important for college students to develop a relationship when their future can be unknown. The event was also included cameos from Auburn's football players. And Ignite Auburn was happy with their turnout, later tweeting this picture with the caption stating, "What an amazing night." And if you're planning on making a day trip to Atlanta during the break, you can shop for holiday gifts at this historical Marietta Market.
The Marietta Square Farmers Market was started in 1834 and is rated by consumers as the #1 market in the Atlanta area.
We actually built our little business around the market. We make handmade soap. We're really not able to make much money wholesaling it. We're able to get a top retail value for it here. And it's basically like having a storefront with all the burdens of insurance, paying the rent.
Over 65 local vendors sell a wide variety of products.
So I wrote this book about my son, and selling in the market was more for him just to experience entrepreneurship.
Our products are a barbecue sauce from the island of Maui, actually my grandmother's recipe in 1908. And the other offering we have is my wife. Her jams are all local grown fruits, so our products are well received here at the marketplace, and we're privileged to be here.
Locals and visitors gather at the market for brunch and shopping.
I've been living in Atlanta for 5 years. I haven't been here before, so it's my first round going, and we're just going to get a couple groceries.
I just recently graduated from Auburn, and I just moved down to Atlanta, and fun events like this just happen all the time here.
2015 was the market's most successful season, and there are plans to continue with the market's growth and development. Melissa Mitchell, Eagle Eye TV.
The market is held on Saturday mornings from 9 to 12 during April through December, and on Sunday afternoons from 12 to 3 in May through October. But if you don't want to make the trip down to Atlanta, you can always stay in downtown Auburn. This past weekend, downtown Auburn gained a new shopping experience.
Saturday, November 12th was an exciting day in downtown Auburn for college women and the community. Dress Up Clothing Boutique joined the growing family of mini shops by officially opening its doors. The store is Georgia-based and has made its way through many towns before opening its new Auburn location.
Dress Up actually started in 2009 in a small town called Dahlonega. It's in Georgia. Our owners, Danielle and Derek, went to school there, and they saw a need for a affordable clothing store with high fashion, and so that's where it began.
The store gets 65 new styles in every week with only 2 to 3 of each size. Their goal is for the store to look different every week when customers walk in.
It's really exciting. It's always great to have new options and new game day outfits and stuff. It's really fun.
They are open Monday through Saturday from 10 to 8 and Sundays from 12 to 6. They will stay open until 9 during the week, however, for the holiday season.
We're excited to be here. We do get 65 new styles in, so we start putting things out on Monday, and come and see us.
Dress Up is located next to Little Italy on West Magnolia. Be sure to check out all their new styles. In Auburn, Kristen Burton, Eagle Eye TV.
Dress Up will soon announce their grand opening. The CEO will be attending and will give out fun prizes to early customers. And that is going to do it for us here at Eagle Eye Entertainment for tonight. For more entertainment news, be sure to follow us on Twitter at Eagle Eye TV. Also, tune into The Scoop Wednesdays at noon right here on Eagle Eye TV. After the break, we take a look on what's going on in the world of Auburn sports. You're watching Eagle Eye TV, Channel 6.
This text that I'm about to send will cost me my life. Not only my life, but also my brother's life. Sorry, little bro, but I'm running late and I really want to know when the party ends.
In our own little way, each of us craves connection. It's not always easy to pinpoint, but you can feel it. What we need is somewhere to unwind and explore, somewhere where expressing our personalities is a delicious journey. Imagine a place that treats your taste buds to new possibilities, a fresh retreat from normal, where you don't order food, you inspire flavor. A place where the toppings you choose can express your character, and the only thing more important than quality ingredients is someone to share them with. Pizza doesn't just bring out our favorite flavors, it brings out our favorite personalities. And with over 78 billion possible pizza combinations at Pieology, we invite you to express your own. Just bring your imagination, we'll take care of the rest.
Soccer triumphs, basketball starts hot, and football struggles. My name is Meredith Brito, and this is Eagle Eye Sports. Auburn was back on the road this week for an SEC rival matchup.
The Deep South's oldest rivalry, Auburn taking the field at Sanford Stadium to take on the Georgia Bulldogs. Auburn coming into this game second in the SEC West and in control of its own destiny. Tough environment in Georgia, they would not let Auburn come into their stadium to try to win without first making them work hard. The Auburn offense struggled throughout the entire game. They were beat up, according to Malzahn. Sean White had not practiced in 2 weeks, and of course, Auburn was out with its leading rusher, Cameron Petway. Much of the load was given to Kerryon Johnson. He had 99 yards rushing in the game, and he was the only Auburn Tiger to make it into the end zone that night. Auburn up 7 heading into halftime. The second half, however, a completely different story. Auburn opened up the first drive of the half with a pick six thrown by Sean White. The Auburn defense stood strong throughout the entire game, only allowing 2 field goals by the Bulldogs and no touchdowns. That Auburn defense still has not allowed a single rushing touchdown in the last 7 games. Auburn down 13-7 with the final minutes of the game ticking. White attempted 4 passes to drive the team down the field, was unable to get a completion. Georgia would take over on downs and set up for victory formation. Auburn was looking for their 7th straight victory of the season and their first here in Sanford Stadium against the Bulldogs since 2005. However, the Tigers were not able to come away with that victory as they're walking away here tonight losing to the Bulldogs 13-7. In Athens, Casey Cooper, Eagle Eye Sports.
With that loss, Auburn is now 7-3 for the season and fell to number 18 in the AP poll. The Tigers have lost their last home game of the season against Alabama A&M this Saturday at 6:30. The soccer team opened up play for the NCAA tournament Saturday. The Tigers played hard and defeated the South Alabama Jaguars 4-0. The Tigers will be traveling to Gainesville Friday for the Gainesville Regional to face off with UConn. Kickoff is set for 3 p.m. Eastern Time. The women's basketball tipped off Friday, and their defense pushed them past the Trojans of Troy in a 61-52 victory. The Lady Tigers will travel to Greensboro, North Carolina to face off with North Carolina A&T. Bruce Pearl and the Tigers tipped off the 2016 season in the Auburn Arena this weekend. Lauren Christopher has the recap.
Auburn men's basketball shot its way to a season-opening win Friday night against the University of North Florida Ospreys, 83-66. The Tigers racked up 13 three-pointers for the win out of 32 total attempts. On the other side, UNF had 6 total out of 20. Sophomore Bryce Brown led the team with 19 points.
I found open gaps in the defense. 4-man hit me, others my point guards hit me, and I just happened to get open and make shots. So.
Redshirt freshman D'Angelo Purifoy took second with 14 points for the night, hitting 2 of 7 in three-point attempts.
He handled the ball well, only turned it over one time in 32 minutes, and when he was on the floor, we were plus 26, so we were better with him out there.
Although UNF had more rebounds, the Tigers' defense held its own, finishing with 28 turnovers on the Ospreys.
But to hold a team that averages 84-66 is good.
The game was close about midway into the first half, tied at 19, but the Tigers pushed to widen the gap to a 30-point lead into the second, eventually winning them the game.
We're trying to get better. It's a great way to start the season with a win.
With a season-opening win, the Tigers are off to a great start, and they will be back in Auburn Arena on Monday to take on Georgia State at 8 p.m. With Eagle Eye TV, I'm Lauren Christopher.
With this win, the Tigers are now 1-0 heading into play tonight once again at Auburn Arena against Georgia State. Want more sports updates throughout the week? We've got you covered. Just like us on Facebook at Eagle Eye TV and catch Tiger Tally every Friday. Now let's catch up with Catherine Neal, who will inform us if it's going to rain anytime soon.
Hey guys, I'm Catherine Neal here with your weekly forecast. As we look at today's weather, we see that this morning started off with a cool temperature around 62 degrees. As the day continued, we see it warming up around lunchtime and cooling back off just in time for the men's basketball game at 8 o'clock. As we look at our week as a whole, we see consistently warm temperatures throughout the week, ranging in the low 70s. As we look at the nation as a whole, we see in Salt Lake City a temperature of 74 degrees and similar temperatures down south in Dallas and Auburn. We also see things cooling off just a little bit in New York City with a temperature of 58 degrees. A little closer to home, we see in our state's capital a temperature of 74 degrees and similar temperatures in Auburn and Columbus, Georgia. That's all I have for you today. I'm Catherine Neal, and this is Eagle Eye TV.
I'm here today with Caroline Jager, the president of Beat Bama Food Drive. Hey Caroline, thanks for being on the set with us tonight.
Thank you so much for having me.
Well, tell us a little bit about what Beat Bama Food Drive is all about.
Beat Bama Food Drive is an organization that for the past 23 years has hosted a food drive competition with the University of Alabama to see who can raise the most pounds of food for their local food bank. And in the past 23 years, Auburn has had the leg up on Alabama of 12 of those years, which is great. We're hoping this year that we can make it a 13th. And even though it's a fun competition, at the end of the day, we're both doing something so much bigger than ourselves and so much bigger than our own universities to help serve the community around us.
Yes, well, we're equal to that with winning, all those years in a row, and 23 years of this going on too. I mean, that's pretty much an Auburn tradition now. So.
Oh, absolutely, and I think that's something that plays to our advantage a little bit because the community is always expecting us every fall to, get out there, and the student body is always, welcoming us and all that. And so it's been really fun, and we enjoy being, like you said, a tradition.
Yes, and not only tradition for Auburn, but it's really a neat opportunity to kind of get together as the state of Alabama and all the college students in Alabama to make a difference. So that's a really neat organization y'all have going.
Thank you.
So tell us a little bit about how you personally got involved with BBAMA.
Yes, and I like to tell people it's not so much how I got involved, but why I stayed involved.
Okay.
And because I got involved because a girl in my sorority was an executive member of the organization and just encouraged me, you should apply for this. I think you'd enjoy it. And so I kind of decided to do that as a little freshman, but didn't know just the great impact that the organization would have on my life. And it was during the drive that following fall that I realized that there's such a great need within our community and on our campus even with students and community members that are what we consider food insecure or are struggling with hunger. And so that's why, like I said, I like to tell people why I stayed involved is because I saw that need and I wanted to fight it.
Definitely, and even though we want to beat Bama in as many ways as possible.
Oh, absolutely.
Yes, no, it really is a great way to just get involved. And how can students get involved?
Yeah, students can get involved in the spring if they'd like to become a part of our organization. They can apply for our staff, but because the drive ends this Wednesday, we have 2 more days that students can directly impact the drive right now. And so tomorrow we'll be on the concourse again, and so they can come see us. We always passing out freebies, giving out information. If they want to donate there, they can. Or on Wednesday, we always need help with volunteers. And so if somebody decides they want to volunteer at the food bank, they can go to foodbankofeastalabama.com and fill out a little information card there and come and help us sort all the pounds of food that's going to be coming in on Wednesday.
Well, great. Yeah, it seems like y'all are just killing it this year. I've seen you on the concourse every day, just publicizing and putting it out there, getting the word out. So that's great. The Auburn students are willing to get involved as much as they have. And well, good luck with the rest of the week.
Absolutely. Thank you
so much for being here with us today, Carol.
So I just moved in with this family, and it's embarrassing. The little one, he likes to go outside and crawl around in the giant litter box. I don't know what he's doing. I mean, I was born and I knew how to use the litter box. Look at that. That's disgusting. Oh, poop already. You're making me nervous. Oh, okay, I can't look at this anymore. I really hope he grows out of this, for his sake.
This week in Auburn history, we take a look back into the competition of the Iron Bowl between Auburn and Alabama. As we head into Thanksgiving break, number 18 Auburn prepares to take on number 1 Alabama. Alabama has yet to lose a game this season, while Auburn stands at 3 SEC losses. In 1982, when Bo Jackson was Auburn's running back, he leaped to the iconic over-the-top touchdown during the Iron Bowl. It was a crucial 4th down play with 1 yard to go, and rather than running around the Alabama's defense, Jackson just jumped over them. In 2013, Auburn and Alabama were tied 28-28 and about to head into overtime. That's when Alabama coach Nick Saban fought for 1 extra second to go on the clock to attempt a 56-yard field goal. Fans thought the game was over, but kicker Adam Griffith was short a few yards, and Auburn's Chris Davis returned the ball 109 yards back into the end zone to beat the University of Alabama. The 2 Iron Bowl finishes are also 2 of the most iconic moments in college football history.
Well, we'll take a look at a few tweets here. Saturday Down South tweeted, "Hey Georgia, thanks for ruining the Iron Bowl." Well, this picture accurately kind of describes what happened on the game. It's unfortunate, but hey, War Eagle anyway, right?
It's sad, but it's true. So, from Stuart Mandel, we have just realized if Alabama wanted to, it could rest its starters in the second half of the Iron Bowl, win or lose, and still make the playoff. I guess that just about sums up Alabama's stance at this point. They've been number one for quite a while, and with the wins they've had and our losses, they're pretty much set up for the rest of the season.
Well, you can't deny that they're good. They are good, but the Iron Bowl, that can be our main goal this year. Now that we can't make it to the SEC Championship, maybe we'll win the Iron Bowl.
Absolutely. From AU Family. Since 1988, every year in a presidential election, Auburn has won the Iron Bowl after a Republican candidate wins the presidency.
Well, hey, there's a little glimpse of hope for us then.
We still have something to cling to.
Maybe so. If the trend continues, then maybe we'll win the Iron Bowl. That would be exciting. So that should be our goal from here on out.
I would hope so.
If you would like to join the conversation, please use the hashtag EagleEyeTV on Instagram and Twitter. Up next, we will have more on what's taking place around Auburn's campus and across the community. You are watching Eagle Eye TV, Channel 6.
Tzatziki's is more than a restaurant. It's a new take on the old idea that great food brings people together. Around our table, we bring together families and friends, husbands and wives, parents and children, boyfriends, girlfriends, old friends, new friends.
The reason I started this restaurant was after a trip to Greece that me and my wife took. Came back with a passion that I felt while we were in Greece with the food and the relationships that we were building. I said, this is my calling. This is what I want to do.
Tzatziki's has a really strong culture. Tzatziki's has a really strong following. We really have a phenomenal product. We're seeing more and more stores have record weeks. That growth in the average store volume increasing is very, very exciting. The more we can embrace the founder's philosophy and passion for what we are and take that to every single location, the more successful we're going to be.
We're going to create relationships, and our food is just a tool to do that. It's important to our brand.
We want you to build your legacy in your community, and we want to do that by giving you the tools to make sure you are successful.
And the vision was built on creating relationships. So our franchisees, our partners have to do the same thing. If they don't see that vision, it'll never exist. We're just another restaurant. And we're not another restaurant. We're Tzatziki's.
Starbucks has recently been the topic of much controversy due to their different coffee cups, but this has not hindered the city of Auburn's desire for this popular brand.
Construction is taking place on the inside of North College Street in preparation for the city of Auburn's first standalone Starbucks. Currently, Auburn has 3 Starbucks locations, one inside of Kroger on Dean Road and the other 2 located on Auburn University's campus. In an interview with Emily White, general manager of the Town Place Suites Marriott, which is located directly next to the future standalone shop, White says she's excited because a lot of their guests love Starbucks, and now they can walk there. She continued to say that this Starbucks will be the best place for the regular person to go. In Auburn, Catherine Neal, Eagle Eye TV.
Auburn's first standalone Starbucks is projected to open spring 2017.
Tomorrow evening, Auburn's SGA will be hosting a town hall meeting to discuss dining, resident life, parking, and risk management and safety. All of the above departments will join the meeting to answer student questions and give feedback. The meeting is open to the public and will be held in Student Center Room 2326.
With Thanksgiving break less than a week away, we wanted to hear what students were looking forward to this holiday season.
As students and faculty prepare for their one-week break for the holidays, I took to the streets to find out what students were planning for their Thanksgiving.
I'm going home probably the Friday before. I'll probably go home, go wherever the food is, eat a lot.
I am from Orlando, Florida.
I'm actually flying home this time.
I'm just looking forward to seeing my family and all of my extended family.
Yeah, there are a few friends I haven't seen in a long time. I'm really looking forward to meeting them again. And
I have 3 or 4 Thanksgiving dinners, if not many people plan, so I'm going to be having a lot of Thanksgiving.
Though they were all headed their separate ways, there seemed to be one common theme in every story.
My grandmother makes the best food. Like, everything on the spread is just so good.
And my mother makes something that she calls poppy seed chicken.
I'm all about the pecan pie. Chicken and dressing.
My grandmother, she makes some really good shrimp pasta something.
Ham. And then my mom makes this really good strawberry pretzel salad thing.
But despite all the food, friends, and fun to be had, there's still one last thing that many students are looking forward to.
Hopefully my dad has let me go to the Iron Bowl. It's like a big tradition to watch it with my family, so it's actually a big deal that he's letting me go.
Big game. I'm ready for it. Got all the faith in the world.
Most of my family are actually Alabama fans, so I will be watching it, definitely. But there's going to be a little bit of conflict of interest there.
I guess so. I forgot about it, honestly. Yeah, we're house divided.
Tensions always get a little high. We get a little competitive, but it'll be good. We all still love each other in the end.
Looking forward to it. Kind of counting down the days. So.
Happy Thanksgiving, War Eagle.
For Eagle Eye News, this is Matt Stanley.
Well, it definitely seems like around campus things are starting to wind down this semester with the cold weather and the breaks coming.
Absolutely. Everyone's just ready to go home, get a nice Thanksgiving dinner, and then come back and get ready for finals.
And get ready for finals. Oh my goodness, it's just gone so fast, but I'm really looking forward to spending Thanksgiving with family. That's all for Eagle Eye News tonight. Tune in after the show for a live look-in of the SGA Senate meeting. And keep up with all of the latest Auburn news throughout the week by following us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at Eagle Eye TV. I'm Melissa Mitchell.
And I'm Matt Stanley. Thanks for joining us, and War Eagle.